on my new project. 1965 Mack B61 with a Bucyrus Erie Hydrocrane. Yeah, it's making hot water. So that's promising. Just got here, it's pretty chilly this morning. Got some coolant topped off. Got the block heaters plugged in and they're working. She's been sitting for a couple years, I understand. I don't have too much information. Let's see if we can get it running. I gotta get it running to pull all the outriggers up on the crane. Everything's sunk into the ground a little bit. So this B61 has the Mack Thermodyne non-turbo diesel. Got the engine coolant heater plugged in and it's working. This hose was laying over and it was really kinked, so I got that temporary tied up so the coolant will flow a little easier. Nice and warm. Seems to be a lot of unknowns with this truck. Sounds like somebody tried to start it 2 years ago and caught some of the wiring on fire in the cab and melted some battery cables, so I don't really know what I'm getting into yet. We're gonna do some more investigating. Crane has a Ford industrial engine. I don't know exactly what it is yet. Stuck a magnetic heater on the oil pan, topped it off with coolant, and it's got a block heater, got it plugged in. It smells like really old gas, so I think we're gonna bypass the gas tank. Got another temporary fuel tank we're gonna hook up to it. See if she'll start here in a little bit once it has a little time to warm up. It's been about 15 below zero the last few nights, so everything's pretty cold. You can see another yellow boom right over there, and I'll show you what that is here shortly. So we got to get this running, get all 4 of these outriggers raised up off the ground. Actually, one of them, that one didn't leak down. The others 3 have leaked down. So hopefully the crane will run. We got to check some hydraulic oil. So I believe this is a 1965, at least that's what the title says. I understand there can be some discrepancy on year of manufacture and year of the title on some of these. I plan to do some more research on this thing and get all the history I can. I used to drive this truck about 20 years ago, so it's been a minute, but I got a little history with it. And I spent a whole lot of time sitting in that operator seat. Building log homes. So my understanding is these machines were built before hydraulic motors were used in stuff like this, so everything is hydraulic cylinders and cables and pulleys to achieve a winch operation and also to spin this crane carriage around. And this doesn't spin 360. It'll go almost 360, but it has a stop. So you can't just spin all the way around and around. You go to a stop and then you got to go back. Simple old machines. Not super impressed with this. Somebody apparently ran into it since I was here a few days ago and tried to tear the air cleaner off of it, plowing snow. So that's pretty impressive. It's fixable, but annoying. So yeah, I think it's been about 20 years since I've put eyes on this thing. While these engine heaters are warming up, we'll take you over and we'll take a look at this other one. B83. This one's been sitting for a while. 15 to 20 years, potentially. Nobody seems to know exactly. You gotta pull the jib, you gotta pull the manual extension in, gotta get the crane running, suck in all the outriggers. Don't know too much about this truck engine. It's potentially 25 years since this truck has ran, so there's a lot of unknowns there. I think we're just gonna plan on towing it out of here. It's got a pretty stout bumper on it. A really stout bumper. She's a beauty though. Love those big flat fenders. It's got a 270 Cummins in it with a turbo. Same crane as the B61. I think this is the H-5 Hydrocrane, 15 ton. So I used to operate both of these cranes years ago, building log homes, doing entry gates and all kinds of stuff, but spent a lot of time on these machines, so I'm pretty excited to be adding them to my collection. I want to get them back in really good operating condition and looking nice again. This crane has a 4-cylinder Isuzu non-turbo diesel in it. Got a little more work to do to get this thing out of here. Looks like we need to cut some logs off. B83SX. I think she'll clean up really nice. So this is kind of a, I don't really know what's going on there with that boom rest, but we're gonna cut that off. I think that boom's probably close to 15 feet up in the air, even when we pull in the manual extension. So we're gonna cut that off of there, get it sitting back on that factory boom rest, and tow it out of here and not take any wires down going down the highway. Need to collapse that winch system back there. It appears to be blocked up. And I believe this Isuzu has a block heater in it as well. It used to. So hopefully it'll run. Put some winter fuel in it here and plug it in for a while. Diesel tank, hydraulic tank. So 4-cylinder Isuzu non-turbo diesel in here. Hopefully it'll run. We can pull in all these outriggers. I understand this cylinder is blown out, was leaking something. That's why it was parked apparently. But anyway, I got to get this boom off of that rest, cut that off, get it sitting down for transport, pull the jib off, and it stows back here on this headache rack deal, and then pull that manual extension in for travel, and then see if it'll move, air it up, release the brakes, probably put some air in the tires and all that kind of stuff. Needs a little cleanup. Got a little rust, a few places. Overall, I would say it's pretty solid. Everything's still pretty intact. Lots of potential, I think. Needs a little love. Pretty mean looking trucks though. There's a lot of steel on the front of this truck. Those kind of look like hydraulic cylinders. Not sure what's going on there. They've got these turned down spots and they're actually chromed. So I don't really know what that was. It's interesting. Got it running. Got the outriggers pulled up. Temporary gas tank and boosted those batteries and it started up pretty good. Helps to have the oil pan warmed up nice. Low air buzzer. Water temperature is up over 120.